Yeah, how's it going? How's it going? It's been a little minute. April the 14th. What we're doing today is we had some over unders from the beginning of the season. So we're gonna just take a look at the record, see how we did, how many we got right, how many we got wrong, and why we may have. I'll give you a quick reason of why I may have got a team wrong or whatever. Some of them some of them are a good reason why I could have been wrong, and some of them I just picked wrong, right? So we'll go through them. We'll start from the top and work our way alphabetically. All right. So all right, let's start with the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see.
42 wins. I think that is right on about where I think they'll be at. 42 wins, maybe even slightly higher depending on the chemistry.
All right. So like I said, is before the end of that, the chemistry, right? And I guess it's safe to say that they're not that team. They're not that team with these players. They still got Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Bojan Bogdanovic, DeAndre Hunter, Clint Capella. That's their starting lineup. They got Kobe Buffkin playing more minutes. A lot of good young players, but I think there's going to be a lot of changes happening. I think that's safe to say for the Atlanta Hawks. I've believed in them for a while now, but I think I'm at that point where I think it's probably about that time. So
okay. Yeah,
that was just me believing in them. I believe, but I'm good now. I'm good on Atlanta.
50. Yeah, I like that. I don't want to do too much with that. I'll just cheat and go with what they got. I think they're better than last year. Did they even get 50 wins last year? I don't think so. Maybe just 50, just crack 50. But that is, to me, the mark. That's what they should be reaching for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a little help with that one because I said over 50, right?
Did you say over or did you say under? I think you said it's not gonna crack
over 50 wins. I'm pretty sure I said over 50 wins.
Yeah.
But so it says 54. So all right, I'll take the L on that one. But I heard myself say over 50, and they did crack over 50 games. It's kind of a no-brainer. Their team's even better than when I made that pick, right? So their team's even more solid now. So even though that one was a loss, I think that one should be a win. So we'll discuss that one later. But we'll move on because Boston's my team. That's my favorite team right now.
Yeah, that's what
it's been for a couple years already.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why you didn't go over, man.
I went over 50. I did go over 50. You said I went under 54. I didn't hear myself say that, and I can't remember.
Okay,
so
we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to it. All right.
Okay.
I'll say that's fair. Let's just say it's either that, maybe even a tad bit lower, maybe a couple of games lower than that. But that'd be nitpicking. So I'll leave it.
So it's supposed to be Brooklyn.
I like that for
yeah. No,
for the Brooklyn Nets.
Over 37 wins. You said playoff, right?
You know what? I don't want to say over. I say under. But if it's under, it's just under. Maybe like 35 wins, right? So.
And they were under by how much?
Way under, man. Way under.
Way under. So I said just under. So I won it because I was under the 37. But let's be fair. I thought it would be a lot. I thought they would have done a lot better. Claxton, Bridges, even the other guy Thomas. To me, I'm not sure what to say. What their problem is as to why. Let me take a look. Sorry, let me take a look quick. See where in the standings. Where are they in the standings right now? Brooklyn.
11th.
Okay, 11th, right? Yeah, and they're with the Raptors. Never, I wouldn't have thought that either. It's tough to say where Brooklyn's gonna go with it, man. I think they're in a really tough position right now. There's gonna be a lot of things, Brooklyn, and I don't know about their pick. Hopefully, they could get a good pick, but I think their problems are deeper than even just a good pick. So even though I was right, I think I was wrong on Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and they could be in some trouble. Right, because I didn't think they'd be in trouble. I thought they'd be going up, but now I don't think they're going up.
Remember, I told you they need a number one. They don't have a number one. Bridges is not the
Yeah,
guy.
but they have a lot of nice pieces. I thought they could at least be competitive. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
Ben Simmons didn't never really came back playing good too. So that's the
And
next
even
thing.
with Schroeder, even I thought they got even Schroeder, and that doesn't seem to really do much for them either. So
Yeah. There's rebuild.
yep,
Yeah, rebuild.
that's what it's looking like. But is it going to be a slow one, or will they just get straight to it this off season? That's really what it's going to be. Are they going to waste time and try again, and then wait another year to see it's not going to work, or just get straight to it this off season? I guess we'll see.
Yep,
Not a lot, but definitely I wouldn't say over 37.
I'll definitely say under because we put them on the power ranking. They were actually at 28, so not playoff, right
Okay,
here.
we got them at 28.
Yeah,
Well, there you
but
go.
maybe I got them.
33 wins to me is the max. That to me is the max. Over under. I'll give them a little bit over this. I'll give them over 30 wins.
Maybe like 31.
Yeah, it's close. Not like but I think if everything, and remember what we're going off of is if everything goes the way it's supposed to go. So if they keep those core guys and they figure out a way to make these guys work together, and they run the season like that, no injuries, and we know things don't always work perfectly like that. But if things go the way it looks, everything goes the way it's supposed to go. I say they get over 30 wins.
One went wrong. What went wrong there?
Charlotte. They didn't stay locked in with Gordon Hayward, right? Like if that was a lock in, he would have been more of a mentor to the younger players. So they knew that Gordon Hayward wasn't staying. That's one thing. Rozier ended up going to, which to me, it's like they're just pretty much, it's still in a rebuild. They're pretty much embracing the rebuild. That's what it looks like, right? Instead of being competitive. That's just my.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one.
All right.
Where does DeRozan fit? And honestly, I love DeRozan, man. I love DeRozan, but I hate to say it. It seems like he might be holding the Bulls back. And if he could kind of, I don't know what he could do with his game to make it to where he's more complementary to what the Bulls got going on. But yeah, that needs to happen. And until that happens, I'd say under 37.5.
Yeah, it seemed like the Bulls actually went over, right?
Oh yes, they did by two games.
Yeah.
But did they? But okay, fine, okay. But just like I was fair on the other one when I said with Brooklyn, right? I won, but I said I kind of lost too because I wasn't accurate. I feel like I was kind of accurate about the Bulls in terms of the fact that they're in the 9th position, right? I mean, if they had a good season, they probably would have been more like a play-in spot is definitely not, right? But I did lose. I did lose in terms of the numbers, right? But they didn't have a good season, and a lot of that, not only injury, yes, Zach LaVine, injuries, and obviously Ball, right? You don't have him either, so that's a big problem. I can't put it all on DeRozan, because their team is really supposed to be Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Williams, the Williams guy, Patrick Williams, and I think the center, Vucevic, right? So that team would actually, I think if they had that team healthy, they would probably be a 5-6,
Okay.
So it was a no-brainer that they were. It's a no-brainer where they are now. The fact that they're not.
LaVine didn't even play much, man. Injury.
Yeah, that was a big thing too.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, that needs to happen. And until that happens, I'd say under 37.5. I'm tough on that. So 50 wins, I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say under, and that's a
You got that one right, right?
Yeah, with Cleveland.
Mhm.
So let me see exactly how. So, but 50 wins, and they ended up getting how much? Let me see, 2 for.
Cleveland. You say under, right? They got 48. Close.
Yeah, but I think it was pretty close to the amount, right?
You got 48, right? And you say under 50. Yeah, let's finish this
Okay,
one.
hold up. Cleveland, so 48 wins, right?
Mhm.
Injuries, and still a big question mark going into the playoff. Big question mark. Like they really have to show that these core group of guys can do some damage in the playoffs, right? So they have a playoff spot, which is great. Looks like if the playoffs started now, they'd be playing the Magics. That should be an easy win. We'll get to the Magic soon, but they really need to handle this playoff series if they're playing against the Magic. Handle it like just really handle it. Show that you're professional. You know what I mean? That this should just be a cakewalk, and then we'll see what Cleveland's really about.
Okay, let's finish this one.
All right.
bit risky for me, but they disappointed me, and they make the playoffs. They make the playoffs, and then when they get to the playoffs, in my opinion, I don't know what happens. In terms of Dallas,
Okay, so now we're doing Dallas.
I'd say they're around 44, maybe 44. They didn't get in. Hey, this is the West. I think this is the first West team we're dealing with, right? Yeah.
Yep.
This is the first Western Conference team. So now the wins look a lot different because a 44 win team, you would definitely make it in the East. I say Dallas gets over 44 wins, but just a squeeze, a midget over 44. So I say this.
Okay, I said Dallas. What do you think about the Dallas?
And I said a midget. And I said a midget 44. They actually got 50 wins, and it started gelling later on in the season. But let's talk about these the most important thing about Dallas. PJ Washington and sorry, what's his name that came from Washington? Is it Gabriel? Let me get his name. The center from Washington, right? So they got two centers. They got him. Let me get his name. They got him and Derek Lively. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do in these playoffs. I think Dallas is going to be very dangerous in these playoffs. Don't be surprised if they get to the finals. I know that's crazy, but don't be surprised, man, because they might just get something going. I think they got the right pieces. But yeah, so they made a lot of trades, right? So I said a smidgen over 44, but because of those trades, those were some very good trades. And Daniel Gafford, that's his name, that's their center. So their starting lineup would be Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Derek Jones Jr., PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. I like that lineup. I think, and with especially Dante Exum, that was another thing we spoke about too. That was a big pickup that really worked out a lot for them. I'm really proud of Dallas right now, and I'm going to be watching him closely.
I haven't really watched too much of the game. Exum play good?
He plays perfect within the system, and he's perfect for the playoffs. He's going to make the right decisions, and he's another big point guard. You know what I mean? So it's I really like Dallas in the West right now.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
That's over 44 wins, but just a squeeze, a midget over 44. So I say this year they're not that much more ahead of the mix. And 54, I say under 54.
I say under.
Under 54, eh? They actually went way 56. I think they went. Right?
56, and they struggled. They struggled to get there. Had a rough beginning of the season. Like I did predict, I thought that the loss of Brown and Green, I know they're not the best players in the world, but I think they were really important pieces to Denver's success. And we'll see how they do in the playoffs, right? Hopefully that doesn't become a factor. right? Hopefully,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
having those two guys doesn't become the reason why Denver doesn't make it to the finals again.
Yeah, they need a healthy Murray too. Murray's healthy. They good
Yeah,
too, man. To me, yeah.
yeah, that too. So,
Yeah.
there's a question mark for Denver because really, what it's not a successful season for them if they don't make it back to the finals. So, it's a question mark as to whether they can do that. There's a lot of hungry teams out there that I think are going to give them some big problems. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll be watching closely.
Okay. All right. We'll move on.
Remember, we had Denver last year. Hey, let's say this first though. Remember, we had Denver, right? We had Denver to
Yeah.
win it to get to the finals
We
and
had-
be the best team last year.
Yeah, we had them on the All-Star break. We had them.
Yeah. So, but that was last year. So I'm not sure about if they're the best team this year, but we'll see.
Because if you didn't take Cam Whitmore, fine. I'm not the professional. I don't. You guys should know better than me. But yes, start him. I shouldn't see a star coming off the bench.
So do you think they're gonna get 10 more wins?
Yes.
Like they got 17 last year, right? They got 17 last year. You
Yes.
think they actually get 27 win?
Yes.
You got it over.
I think they're a play-in. I think they're a play-in team.
I'm thinking they should crack the 30s, at least in the 30.
Yeah, I think they're a play-in team. So a play-in team in the East is over 30 for sure.
Okay.
All right. Oh, well, what happened with Detroit? I
14 wins. 14 wins. Terrible season. Terrible. Right? Absolutely terrible.
I think they started off 4-0, I think, or maybe 3-0. They started off, I swear.
Okay, and then went on to like break the record for most consecutive losses after that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cade Cunningham, I hope they could start getting it up, especially by next year. They got some nice pieces. They did make a trade, right? They traded Bogdanovic and I think Alec Burke. I think they traded him too. So just like Charlotte, I think they embrace the rebuild. They're just rebuilding, but it's not fair to guys like Cade Cunningham to like go another 4 or 5 years. You don't want to drag him another 4 or 5 years, and that's the way things look right now.
No, Cade is no star. I want to make it quick, but Cade is no star.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say his numbers. He's giving you numbers, so it's hard. I don't know. He give you the numbers. He had some big games. He's playing for a team that's not that great, so I don't know how someone would gauge whether he's a star or not. Can't gauge it until you give him the chance, until you put him in the right situation.
Yeah, I'm telling you what I think. So it don't really matter, but I'm just telling you what I think. I don't think he's a star.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But time will tell. And remember, you're on record. You're on record. So time will tell.
There's a lot of stuff on record that I say and can happen. I got it on video right now, so we're gonna listen.
Yeah, me too. Me as well. So yeah, but I believe Cade Cunningham is one of my top players, especially as a point guard. So I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable that he'll have a decent season. I mean, a decent career, a pretty good career. I think he'll be an all-star level player.
To me, what year is he in? Year 3? Year 2? What year?
I think his 3rd year, I believe.
He's not a star, my friend. Year 3rd year. Look at Wembanyama. Well, he's
okay, but he's not a star. He's not a star based on what though?
He's not helping his team win, man. Like if you score 50 points and you lose by 2, guess what? Score 53 and you win the game. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, but what do you expect him? I mean, so he's 22 points, 7 assists, 22 points, 7.5 assists, 4 rebounds a game. I mean, in his 3rd year, I don't know what more you really want. You know what I mean?
I don't look at numbers. I don't look at numbers like that, man.
Yeah, but
you gotta win, man.
By next year, it could go up probably 25, 8 assists, That means he's distributing the ball. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, you have to will your team to win. Will your team. Like even if you have to punch one of the player in his mouth and say, "Yo, do your job. Let's win that damn game." Like what Jordan would do. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
everybody's not Jordan though. Everybody's not Jordan.
Yeah, well,
You have a
you
lot
got
of different players in the league. You got guys who are like Spreewells. You got guys who are Millers. You got guys, who are Tim Hardaways. It's not just you have different personalities, right?
mm-hmm.
Um,
For sure.
whether he could be more vocal, I agree with you actually. Especially from a point guard, I actually agree with you because he's a point guard. That's why I'll agree with you.
Okay.
Right? Because he's a point guard, and yes, your point guard should really be that vocal person to push things. So I will agree with you on that because of his position.
He seems soft too. So, but we have to move forward. We have to make it quick.
All right,
Sure.
cool. But yeah, that was wrong, totally wrong about Detroit. So that's cool.
Okay.
And then
Cool. That's tough. That's real tough, man. In terms of the numbers, in terms of guys, Steph Curry's going to ball out. He's going to give you numbers, especially if he's playing shooting guard. Got to watch out for that. Probably 25 points a game or higher. But in terms of their wins, I say under 48.
They got 44 last year,
Yeah, but I say under 48 for sure.
And Wiggins already played last year, so who knows? I got under 2.
Yeah, especially that's what I mean with the big man. I mean, what do you think about that? Draymond Green at center.
I think they need to get a real center. The game might be changing to more of a center game too. We don't know.
Yeah, or where you gotta have length. You gotta have some length somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, you got that one right. Yeah, you got that one right, man.
Yeah, so and they ended up getting what? 46 wins. So not by a lot, right? Not by a lot, but they're definitely not better than last year. It's no brainer. It was a no brainer.
Yeah.
But they'll be tested. Now we'll get to see it. They're in a play-in game, I guess. So we'll get to see how good they are. We'll get to see how good they actually are.
Wow. Right. Yeah, playing. Yeah, we'll just see. Okay, let's move on. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm thinking the under 49 and 48. I'm thinking under. No way they get 49.
Yeah, nah. Unless they make a move, but with what we got here, nah. Yeah.
I don't think they're doing nothing. No move for this year for them. Probably for next year.
Yeah, and then they're getting at the end of their players' prime, So that window's closing, so But they could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who knows what they do from there? If they come up with some kind of scheme, who knows?
Okay. All right. So we'll go on to
The Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets. Spend a lot of money, eh? They spend a lot of money.
Oh yeah, spend a lot of money, and they made sure to spend it all. If it wasn't Van Fleet, then they said it will spend the remainder balance on Dillon Brooks, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, man. What the Houston Rockets are saying is okay. We're done, man. We're good now, and we're ready to go.
You want to make playoff, maybe?
Hey, look, they are a playoff team. I'm high on the Houston Rockets.
Play in.
I think they're in the playoffs, regardless whether it's they come in through a play-in spot. They make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying, though. So whether they come in the playoffs at 8, 7, whatever, they will be in the playoffs this year, in my opinion.
So from 22 to 31 or 32, you think that will happen?
They're definitely over 31. Remember, Houston Rockets were the hot topic for us in terms of where they got. This is easy money, in my opinion. 31 wins, easy money. If you wanted to just throw it all on one team, I would say the Rockets would be that team. If they got them at 31 wins, forget all the other teams. Put what you got all on the Rockets to make it over 31. And if they don't, you could come back to me and, we'll discuss maybe a payment. Maybe I'll help pay you out because I'd feel bad. You know what I mean? I'm that confident. That the Rockets will get over 31 wins. I got.
Wow. Hey, the Houston Rockets, that was your the heavy favorite for you, to cover.
Yeah, that was the money team. That was the one we're like, yo, if we were gonna throw all our money on one team to get over this amount of wins, who would it be? And we said the Rockets.
Yeah, that was a good one, sir. That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean they got. Yeah, they got a good
playoffs. They didn't make in the play-in.
Yeah, they should have done that. But there's some politics. I mean, look who's ahead of them: Golden State and Lakers.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some politics involved. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
The ref.
Yeah, but I don't think it should have even came down to that. I think they should have been even higher than that. I think they should have replaced the team. Let me see who they could have replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not. Let me take a look though. Because they're 11th spot, right?
Yeah.
11th spot. They could have probably Sacramento, I guess. Maybe, I guess no. I guess they're in the right place. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I can't take Sacramento out.
No,
I can't.
They should have Golden State out, man. Golden State.
Yeah, I agree. They should have done that.
Yeah,
and made the play in. But
politics.
Yeah, well, I still think they look good going into next year, though.
I know they're just gonna get better.
Yeah, they'll get better. And they got a good leader. I think Fred VanVleet went out for like 40 points the other night or something like that?
Yeah, man, it's good.
So he's showing that he still has a lot more left in the tank. So, yeah, I think they're okay.
It's worth the money. Too bad they could make a play in or playoff. Would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been. So how are we doing? How's 50%, man? Because I want it to be like 70, 80. I know we didn't get nowhere near that. Next year, man, I'm going for 70, 80%.
Right now, we're 6-6 now, man. We're 6-6, but we keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah. It's an every favorite for you too. Your team.
Yeah, Indiana, definitely one of my favorites.
Indiana Pacers definitely making the playoffs. And 35 wins. How many wins did they get last year?
Same 35.
35 wins and they didn't make it?
I'm thinking over for sure.
Yeah, and I think we got them in the power rankings around there. But yeah, I feel like over. I'm confident with that. Even if it's just a couple games over.
Yeah, me too, yeah. Definitely over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good pick right there.
Yeah, that was a good one. But forget a couple games with Siakam now and all that. They're I think they're solid now. They're a team that the other teams on top will be worried about. Maybe not Boston, but I think they could beat anyone else.
They're in the sixth spot now, right?
Yeah.
So
they got 47 wins. They cleared it, man. And I'm rooting for Boston to have a really good playoffs. And I'm gonna be watching them closely.
They play Milwaukee. They have a good chance. They play Milwaukee 6 versus 3, right? Is it that?
6
versus 3. That's how we play those, right?
Yeah, yeah. 6 vs 3. Yep.
They have a good chance of beating Milwaukee for sure.
Especially in the first round.
Yeah, I think
That
so.
because they could do one, or Milwaukee could surprise you too, right? But I think
It's-
it's gonna be tough to have to deal with Indiana in the first round.
Yeah, Milwaukee should win easy to me, but you never know, right?
Yeah, but it's just I think they would rather have play other teams in the first round
Uh-huh.
than to have to play
Milwaukee, right?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. Oh, we're talking Milwaukee. Yeah. Giannis is kind of injury. The last game he was on the ground, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough. But good for Indiana though, because I like Indiana. I like my top teams in the West: Boston, Indiana. Of course, the Raptors by default. Obviously, it's my hometown team. But in terms of my competitive teams right now, I like Boston and Indiana.
Okay, let's move on to a team that you don't really like. But let's listen. Let's listen.
All right, cool.
Bad knees. I don't like that. Even when I looked at their depth chart before, I didn't like their depth chart. And yeah, below 46 wins for sure. They're not even healthy. So
Wow.
someone need to move on.
You're not even thinking about it, eh? Below 40. So are you confident in this below 40 46?
Oh yeah, below 46, I'm confident.
Oh,
Wow, boy, we were wrong, eh?
Yeah, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not a Clippers fan. Um, I really didn't really respect the Clippers a lot.
Yeah,
I respect them a lot more now because you know what, they actually accomplished what they were trying to accomplish. They got everybody there. They got Paul George. They got Harden. They got Kawhi, and they're all good friends. Even Powell is from there too. Powell is from California. All those guys are from California, and it's good. I'm kind of happy for them at this point now. At first, I was, but that did make a big difference. Harden makes a big difference. Let's not act like that trade did make a big difference. I didn't see that happening, right? But even when they talked about it, I said, fine, send Harden there. Let them all be on one team so I could just, not have to watch them. And I still don't watch them. I don't watch them at all. And let's see. As a matter of fact, this is probably going to be one of my favorite playoff series if it happens. It would be the LA Clippers against Dallas. And I swear I want Dallas to smack the living daylights out of the Clippers. I'm going for the Mavericks to just smack the living daylights out of them.
I don't know if that's
But
gonna happen.
might not happen though. But it's gonna be a very beautiful playoff series. That's gonna be one of the best playoff series. First round, Dallas versus Clippers.
Happened already. Eh? They
Yeah,
actually
that's a
played.
big. That's a rivalry. Yeah, it's a
They
rivalry.
actually played with Luca. I think team won.
Luka.
Luca won, right?
Yeah, they don't have no answer for Luka. They have no answer. The Clippers have no answer for Luka. And now, now it's gonna be not just Luka. They got to deal with Kyrie too at the same time. Right. So, and who's gonna guard Kyrie? I mean, who's gonna be running around trying to chase that guy? We'll see, man. It'll be interesting though.
Okay, let's move on to the Lakers and see what's.
All right.
Shoot that yeah,
47.
47.
I say over. I
say over too.
Yeah.
I say definitely over. They're gonna be better than Clippers for sure, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So they don't have that.
Yeah, we thought Lakers would be better than Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people talk about AD too. Like, what is AD, right? Who is AD? He's not really carried a team. Even his days on the Pelicans were like hard to say. AD is not. I think it's safe to say now that AD is not a player to carry a team. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that because LeBron for a 40. I'm not gonna put it on LeBron. Sorry, LeBron's for he's an old man, and he doesn't play like an old man. He's been putting up some numbers. You know what he's gonna give you, right? But what else are you gonna support him? Like, where's the support? You know, D'Lo, like, yeah, he's good, but it's just, I don't know, man. The Lakers are. It's sad. I think they should blow it up, man. I think they should just.
Hey, next year, Bronny James will be there, man. You know.
Nah, he's not going in. I doubt he's going in. But if he does, I don't know. But I don't think the way things look now, it looks like he's not going in.
Oh, we'll see what happened.
Oh yeah, for sure. So they don't have that. They don't have John Morant, and I say under 46. I say under 46.
Under 46, right?
And they just squeeze. They'd be lucky if they make a playoff spot.
It's a good pick right here.
Yeah, no, I agree on that one. Too much trouble in Memphis. The drama carried through the whole season. You know, it just I think is what injury really, but still, it's just a lot of drama. It's not just injury. And we saw through that. So hopefully they get things back on track. That's pretty much all I could say for Memphis.
Yeah, plus
John Morant gets back on track.
Yeah, with Jack coming back, and they got a good pick. Bain is there. Jackson's still good. They got a new guy, this rookie guy, like GG Jackson or so.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. He's pretty good.
Yeah, so
yeah, they got some nice pieces. I'm just hopefully the drama is, over.
Well, wait, no,
by next year.
Yeah, I don't think they catch him no more gun charge, right?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying there's just a lot of leftover. Like sometimes things, even when they're over, they're not really over. You know what I mean?
You never know.
So I just want everything to be good to go. Turn that new page and just continue.
True.
That's all John Morant needs to do is continue, right?
Yeah, it's been
just continue. Yeah. All right. So hopefully that's what happens next year.
Sure.
They lost Strus and Vincent, and they never really replaced those players.
But they're gonna be getting Dame soon, man.
I that would make sense. That would make sense. If they get Dame, they're definitely the projected wins, which is 48.5. They're over that. They're either that or over. With Dame, without Dame, they're under
that. I'm thinking under. I'm thinking under. With Dame, without Dame, I'm thinking under.
Look, if they were to get Dame to start the season, I think they could be over that. All right, but like I said, I doubt that's going to happen. I highly doubt that. So most likely, so I'll just go under.
Yeah, you got both right, man.
Yeah.
No Dame.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not good. It's not a good thing for Miami. They should be better than that. I shouldn't have got that. They should have proved me wrong. It's only 2 wins. But they should have proved me wrong. Yeah, they made it to the finals last year and proved me wrong last year because I went against them. So to me, I don't know. I don't know really why they didn't get over 48, even though I got it right. I'm happy for that, but I don't know what their problem is. Maybe because of injuries, a lot of inconsistencies. So that could be a factor. We'll see how they do. They have 8th spot. We'll see. We'll watch closely.
Yeah, maybe they do what they did last year.
Maybe.
The dreams never gonna happen again. If it happens, something is wrong.
For real.
Yeah,
I
it can
agree.
happen again.
Nah, not this year for sure.
Maybe I'll put them under 53, and I don't. Maybe the max like 50 wins, 51 wins.
Yeah, I'm thinking around 50s, around the 50s. I don't think they passed 55. I'm thinking
Yeah, you know
nothing
what I
past
mean?
55.
And that's the max. That's the most I could give them is about 50, 51 wins.
Right. Yeah, that's what you give them 50-51 win.
Yeah, and even with Dame, let's be fair. That was before Dame. I'm wondering,
Yeah, that
even
was before Dame, man.
yeah, with Dame, I probably would have went. I probably would have. I would have been realistic, and I would have said, you know what? Sometimes it's not the greatest thing because you're gonna lose a few games to learn how to play together. So yeah, I'll just take my win and shut up. I'll just take my win and shut up. But moving forward with Milwaukee, the big question mark. You said Giannis, not sure how he's looking. I'm looking at like they're looking for next year. Like this probably a wrap for them for this year.
Hope
But
not, man.
that's just a big guess. That's just a bold prediction there. That it's probably just a wash here, and they'll try and make Damon and Giannis gel more. They
Mhm.
need some more better free agents, maybe some veterans.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
they should be
Next
all right.
year will be good. All right.
And that's the max. That's the most I could give them is about 50, 51 wins. 42. Oh yeah, okay. And this one's another easy one, in my opinion. Easy money.
So we got over. Yeah, another one. You think? Yeah, yeah. I think they're on the up verge of going up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking,
mean,
yeah, at least 44, 45 wins. They
yeah,
should.
with
Yeah,
Townsend Gobert, I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll get
yeah.
it together. I like their starting lineup. And, starting lineup in terms of players where like their starting lineup's Mike Conley, they got Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Carl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. I like that starting lineup. I think they work together very well. And their bench too is not too shabby. They also got Leonard Miller, the rookie, who he's what the third option at power forward behind Kyle Anderson. They also got Troy Brown Jr. coming off the bench, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Shake Milton. Yeah, I like them. They're a solid team. And I think they're gonna give teams problems this year. And I think Denver. I think they could be a problem for Denver too. One of the few teams that could give Denver a problem.
Oh,
So
you're
yeah,
right.
so
You're right.
yeah, a solid team, especially a solid team around a solid player like Anthony Edwards, right? It shouldn't take much for Carl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert to get it together. Those are two big, talented big guys. It doesn't take a lot. So that was a no-brainer, right? You got Anthony Edwards on your team. You don't need to do a lot, right? So yeah, but we'll see how they do moving forward. I'm not sure if they have it. If I don't know about their chances of even seeing Denver in the playoffs. Might not happen. The playoffs are in the West are stacked.
Mhm.
So I did say they could
What
give
place are
Denver.
they?
They are sorry. They are third. So they would play Phoenix. They'd have a struggle to even get to Denver. You know.
Oh, they were number one a little while. Oh, Denver
Yeah, they
won
were,
today.
but yeah, and I expect the thing kicked it up. Oklahoma, I can't wait till we get there. Oklahoma's gonna be like, wow. But yeah, they slipped down, and I'm not mad at that. They're third. That's really good for Minnesota. That is really
Mhm.
good, especially
Yeah,
moving forward.
yeah. So they're gonna be playing Pelicans, right? Number 3 versus number 6, right?
I think it's Phoenix. That's what I see here.
No. Well,
Phoenix is 6.
is your? I'm wondering. I'm not. Phoenix is 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
Phoenix is 6.
I
That's
see
what I
Phoenix.
see. Maybe mine's a little behind.
I see Phoenix in the play in. Eh? Wow.
Okay, so that means mine might be behind a game. So I
Mm,
might have missed the games from today.
yeah, I'm at NBA.com looking at from NBA.com.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll trust that one.
crazy. Yeah, Phoenix is actually in the plane. Wow, that's incredible. With 3 stars.
Actually, no, I think you're behind. I think you're behind because I got 49 and 33. That's 82 games, no?
That's what I got. But with mine, it tells who was in the plane.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, okay. We'll see. We'll see how that stacks up then.
Yeah, that's why there's a line, and they're below the line. They're number 7.
All right.
Phoenix, yeah. So they got Pelicans versus Minnesota. I have Minnesota should beat them, man.
They should, but it's gonna be dangerous though.
Yeah.
No, oh no Ingram, eh? No Ingram.
No, Ingram was back. By the end, he was
Oh, he's
back.
back. But for
Yeah,
how long has he been back? You see, that's my
just
problem.
came back. Just came coming back for playoff.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
To me, it's not about whether they have the talent. It's just about how the talent can play together on the court. Especially Jonas Valanciunas. I really like Jonas, but what do they do together on the court?
True. Yeah.
So I'll put them over if everything works the way on paper. They're over 43 wins. So I'll give them that. People got to stay healthy and they got to be able to work together.
Okay, so that one you right again.
Yeah, but like I said, the healthy, especially with Ingram, I think it's safe to say he's, pretty much close to that injury-prone list guy, and it affects the chemistry, right? I don't think I've seen enough of Ingram and Zion together cohesively for me to, to bank on them. So you said they would be going up against Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Minnesota has a lot more chemistry. I would probably, if I had to pick one, I'd rather Minnesota because of the chemistry, and those guys have played longer together. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they do. This is a tester. Ingram and Zion playing together. We'll see how they do together. CJ McCollum has been looking pretty decent. He's been looking pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Murphy knocking down a lot of threes, doing his job. So they got some pieces. It'll be an interesting series.
For sure.
I think RJ Barrett could do a lot more. It's not working with him on the Knicks, in my opinion. So the
Really?
Knicks look like if I was to say between Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, I think the Knicks would go with Randle and try and get something for Barrett, especially since they got other guards like Quentin Grimes, Iman Quickly, and they got Dante DiVincenzo. I think they're making sure that they're secure in that area, and may want to see what they could get for RJ Barrett. But as it stands with the roster they got right now, I'm not feeling it. So I'd say under 44 wins.
They got 47 last year, right?
Okay, and I don't see that happening this year.
Okay.
You're right.
So-
and you're wrong.
Huh?
You're right and you're wrong.
Yeah.
RJ
It was
is
right
wrong.
or wrong. Exactly. Right. So,
Mhm.
and who would have thought?
Hey,
That
Father,
we would have got RJ, and not just RJ, but Iman Quickly too.
mhm.
So just a beautiful thing that I would have never, even if we went back and I knew, I probably wouldn't have known. It's just something that I just never expected,
Mhm.
But I would have, and RJ closed out the season pretty well. I think he finished with solid 20 points a game.
Yeah.
So he's looking good for the future here playing in Toronto. playing in his hometown. Beautiful thing, but we'll get to that. But in terms of the Knicks, they got Anunoby, and they're just wonderful. They're a beautiful team right now. Beautiful team right now with Anunoby, and I think we should go back to. No, you know what? It's a loss. It's a loss, but it's a win because guess what, man? The New York Knicks did what I said they would have to do, and really got a good piece, a really good piece to solidify their team. Where are they? Third right now. And yeah, I'm not mad that I got that wrong. I'm happy for the New York Knicks, man. Really happy for them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
New York Knicks
And-
is second.
And happy for Anunoby too at the same time. I'm glad that he got to go to a good situation,
Yeah,
and he's
but
gonna get paid.
Yeah, he's not gonna really. He's like a number 3 option there. What is he?
Well, even if he is, that's what he always has been. That's what he's gonna be. So you better just embrace it.
He didn't.
If you're a number 3 option guy on a team who, let's just say, let's say right now, I don't know their chances of going up against Boston, but let's say it does happen, right? And they give Boston a hell of a series. They better not beat Boston. I'm not having that. But let's say they give Boston a hell of a series, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I think they could hold their heads high, man.
true, it's true.
Yeah, I think they could hold their heads high, and their Knicks can finally have some hope for the future.
For real. All right, let's move on.
All right.
I'll still say over though. Yeah, it's a tough one. Like I said, there's not a lot of wiggle room. Like I think that's one of the ones you'll be watching closely. You're gonna sweat throughout the season, but they might get a game or two over.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll probably get the over too.
Yeah.
OKC.
Yeah, OKC. Most of what I've seen with OKC is, how do I put this? It's their idea of how basketball. It's their positionless basketball idea and mindset to the game, making sure that every player that they have on the team could pretty much dribble, shoot, right? Decent defenders. When I seen that with Oklahoma, I was like, wow, these guys, they're going to be pretty good. Even with Giddey, he's a guy who could run the ball, big guard. He has some weaknesses, but they don't depend heavily on Giddey. Plus, let's not forget, Shai's having a hell of a season. And I hope he gets the MVP. I'm so proud of Oklahoma because guess what? They kind of went above what I thought they could do. They're number one in the West. That's my number 1 team right now because they exceeded even what I expected. Yes, we got it right, but they done a lot better than even what I thought. I would have never thought that they'd be number 1 in the West, but I'm so proud of them because
they're not number 1. They're number 2.
Okay, well, what I'm watching is I don't know if mine is accurate or yours. I'm on ESPN.
I'm wondering how much win do you have them right now?
They're tied with right now. They have 57 and 25.
They're number 1 then, man. They're number 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's mine. So that would mean Phoenix is 6 then.
Yeah. I'm wrong in that, man. I was wondering how much wins. I was like, how much wins do they have? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they clinched it, man. They clinched it, and that's just amazing. Like
they're tied with Denver, but they have the race between both those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oklahoma is good. But the playoffs is a totally different thing, man. So we'll see. We press the reset button. Once the playoffs start, okay, that was great. Beautiful season, overachieved, great. Now let's get it done. Reset. Forget all that now. Forget about that. Now it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Brand new.
Yep.
Sure.
So I'll be watching them closely from game 1. So yeah, so that's cool. Shout out to Oklahoma. Shout out to Shai, man, for sure. I think he deserves MVP, no?
Yeah, I should get it.
Come on, man. Number 1, come on. He pulled his. If he doesn't get MVP, man, I think I'm gonna have a problem, man.
Yeah, you have to get it.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like the Magics. I think they're competitive. I think I'm confident in going over 36 wins. I have no issue taking that. What do you feel about that?
Well, I'm kind of thinking we're kind of picking too much over. Somebody got to lose too.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right.
yeah, but I do
Mhm.
think over. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I do
think
think over. Yeah,
because
definitely.
they
I
have the
think over.
talent.
Yeah. Other
Yeah,
one
so yeah, that was not much to talk about. They have the talent. But like I said, forget the season. Fine. Yeah, we got that right. Pat myself on the back. Now it's time for the playoffs. Playoffs is a totally different thing, and I think they might struggle in the playoffs. I think they might struggle in the first
Who are
round.
you facing? Who are you facing first round?
First round they're going against Cleveland.
Cleveland. Cleveland versus.
Yeah,
Not sure. Not sure. Tough one to call.
could be tough, but hey, Cleveland doesn't have no time to waste this year. They don't have no time to play around with the first round, especially
No,
a bunch of
what
young
happened last?
cats.
Yeah, especially what happened last year with the upset versus.
Exactly. So
They got to make sure this time.
yeah, shout out to the Magics if they could do it. Right,
Mhm.
we'll see. But Cleveland ain't got no time to be playing around, man. So
True.
it'd be a big problem if Cleveland has to lose to the Magics. It's gonna be a big problem for them.
For sure.
Or even if they struggle, it'll be a problem.
Hmm.
The gamble is, and I'll gamble on James Harden. I'll gamble that he's gonna get his mind right and stay in Philly, and they get over 50 wins.
Over 50. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like that one didn't work well.
See, so I was trying to see like my numbers were looking so good, man. I'm like, where did I start messing up? And there you go, Philly. Banking on James Harden to stay, which I
Yes.
think if he did stay, Embiid would have to be healthy too. They would have
But
got
they
over the
could have got
51.
some more wins. They could have got some more wins still.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
they could add some more wins.
And even with the injuries and all that, they still managed to get 47, which is pretty good. That was a tough one. But yeah, I took a L there. And all right, cool. Not much to say except for what do we got? Like uh, Embiid, Embiid's really clumsy, eh? Yeah, Embiid's really clumsy, man. He's a really good player, but I was watching him just the other night, maybe not last night. The last time I was watching him, seen him throwing the ball out of bounds and just like a lot of sloppy basketball. Well, maybe he's just not locked in, but hopefully the playoffs you get it all
Mhm.
together, right? So
Okay. Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll move on.
Gamble that he's gonna get his mind right and stay in Philly, and they get over 50 wins.
Over 50. Yeah.
And they'll be good, but I'm just not gonna go over 51 wins.
Yeah. They had 45 last year.
Yeah, I say over 45, maybe just over 45. Like I said, they don't have no problem making the playoffs, and they make the playoffs, and they possibly do make a lot of noise in the playoffs. But in terms of their success and the wins total, they'll struggle a bit to get there, to get it together.
Yeah, I'm thinking under also, right? I'm thinking under also.
It didn't go under 50.
Yeah, under 51, right?
Didn't
I
they go
don't.
under?
But did I said under 51? I can't. Did I?
Yeah, we said under,
Yeah, I
but
think so. Yeah.
they went over.
No, no, no. Then they got 47.
Actually, that's a mistake. Then if we go under, then we should win with that one. That's a win, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, what? Did we say under? That's a win right there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, rewind it a little bit. Let's see what we said.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Let's
so
see.
far we're gonna revisit the Boston one, right? And
Success
then we'll see if
and the
this
wins
one.
total, they'll struggle a bit to get there, to get it together.
Yeah, I'm thinking under also, right? I'm thinking under also.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, under. Okay, so we got that one. Well, I'll mark them down.
Let's see. Let's go back to this one. So we were 13-10.
Mhm.
Then we go to Phoenix. Should be 14-10.
Oh,
Where's
so
that?
you counted it. You counted it.
I counted, yeah. Okay, I'm
Oh,
looking
okay,
at
okay, okay,
it wrong. It's just the
okay,
wrong
okay.
sound. Okay, so yeah. So we
All
count that
right.
one. That's a win.
Like I
That's a
said, they
win.
don't have no problem making the playoffs,
Okay, we'll move forward. We
and they
want
make
to
the playoffs,
let's
and
keep
they
it a little bit
possibly do make a lot of
under
noise in the
an
playoffs.
order, right?
But in terms of their success and the wins total, they'll struggle a bit to get there, to get it together.
46,
Struggle a bit to get. Oh man, what they get last year?
48.
So did we touched already, right? On Phoenix.
Yeah, we touched Phoenix already. Yeah, Phoenix is done.
I'm thinking over by a little bit. Maybe around 4. Maybe around 45, 46, 47.
Yeah, but it's so close. I say like anywhere from 43 to 45. That's right there on the. I'll go under a game.
Okay.
I'd say like 43 games.
Okay.
At the they're fun.
That was a
Yeah.
tough one. Sacramento was a tough one, but they're a tough team for me to call. It's just yeah. Huh?
Yeah, you don't really not sure about Sacramento, right?
Yeah, they're a tough team to call. Even going into the playoffs, it's just I wouldn't know until I could watch a whole playoff series. Then I could assess the series and see what's really good with them. But game by game, it's hard. It's really hard with Sacramento.
Yeah, they're playing team. They got a number what, 9th or 10th. I'm not sure. You're using more of than mine.
9. Yeah, 9.
They got the 9th, right? Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're right. You're right. That I guess their record shows that. Like it's it's hard to call.
Hard to call, man. Yeah. Let's move on.
Go under.
And remember, and let's say this too.
Let's say like 43 games.
Let's say this also. Sacramento and Golden State is because they're going to be going at each other, right?
Oh, again.
Yeah, so that would be a rematch. Look, last year they were at the top, like the top 3, 4, I think. I can't remember, but they were. No. Sacramento was at the top, and Golden State was a little lower.
Yeah.
Golden State. Now they're both fighting to get in. So
yeah, they're fighting to get in this time. They both make playoff last year.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was 3 and 6, right?
This time I have the Sacramento Kings to beat them.
They should, man. They really should. Especially since it's a revenge game.
Exactly.
You know?
Give
that to the younger legs. The younger legs should get that. Yeah.
All right.
They're fun. They're a fun team. They're gonna be a fun team to watch because they're gonna be battling to get into a play-in spot at the least. Whether they could do it or not, like I said, that's going to be the entertaining part. That's what I think will make it interesting to watch. Don't forget, off the bench, they also got Devontae Graham. They got Cameron Payne from the Suns. Reggie Bullock, Doug McDermott. They also got C.D. Osman from Cleveland. They're not bad. The center position behind Wembanyama.
I give them 25 wins, way under. I think way under. I don't know what you're thinking about playoff. Playoff what?
No,
what do you got?
I said they're gonna battle for a playoff team.
What do you have? What do you?
They're gonna try and make the playoffs. I never said they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you say to try, you gotta have a certain wins. So, how much wins do you think?
This is another one. I think they could squeeze. I say over. I say they could get over. I say 31 wins.
Yeah. So somehow I don't think they're ready to make any move to make a playoff. 3 years in, yeah, they might take a chance.
If they get okay, let's just say they got 33 wins. That's not making the playoffs in the West.
No.
So
that's what I think.
I say over 30 wins. They're fighting to make the playoffs. That's what gets them over 30 wins.
Well, what do you think about that, man? Actually,
That should have been a longer a bell or buzzer.
I cooked you on that one, man. The Mander.
Yeah, that was a cook. That was a cook. But let me see. Let me see what I got. Let me see my evidence. Let me see. Don't got much evidence, man. Look,
No, no, no.
I like their roster. I like their roster.
They're a good
Even
team,
now.
but like I tell you already, they will give up. They won't try much. They will rest when they will do anything to not go hollow. At the end of the
Yeah, I
season,
didn't look at it from that aspect at the
yeah,
time. I
yeah,
thought they just ball out and just let the chips fall where they may. But yeah, I get it. Ease Wemby into it.
mm-hmm.
You know, I get the politics and the
Let
business
him
side of
go.
it.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go.
Yeah,
Nobody.
Wemby had a historic, even not pressing the gas, he still had a historic
Exactly.
season. So, and
Well,
that's not pressing the gas, which is scary as hell.
they press the gas at the end a little bit, and then they put the brake on. You know what they do it already.
Yeah, but it'd be scary to see when he's actually just when he starts.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
This
say.
guy's scared. 3-on-1. They're just passing the ball around. Nobody want to face him in a 3-on-1. That's
Hmm.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The video,
So,
ridiculous.
yeah, all right, I'll take my L there, man. That was just an honest L right there.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. It's
Okay,
easy.
so next is your hometown team,
Toronto
Toronto.
Raptors 41. Well, I say over.
Yeah,
Say
I'm
over.
thinking.
I
Yeah, I'm
was wrong
thinking
on that
strongly
too.
over.
The talent is over. The talent is over. It's just how the guys work together. So it's really theirs to lose, but the
Yeah.
talent's there.
What went wrong with the Raptors this year, man?
Well, not everything went as they did the best they could possibly do in terms of the business side and making the moves they need to make. The roster before they started with Ananobi, Barnes, Siakam, Van Fleet. No, not Van Fleet, sorry. But
Mhm.
yeah, those other players to me would have been an over 36 team.
Easy.
But what's the point? What's the point? That would have been just it. Maybe over 36, hanging at the bottom of the East. And if they planned on signing Ananobi and Siakam, then we'd be at the bottom for much longer. Now the thing is, and we've said this many times, once they got Barnes, you can't tell me that Barnes and Siakam will play together, right? The Siakam doesn't complement Barnes. So once you've seen what Barnes was growing into, you know that Siakam his time would be numbered. I didn't know that Anunoby he would have went too, but again, got the hometown kid, and you got Iman quickly with to go too. And to tell you the truth, sorry, what's Achua isn't looking too bad right now. Uh, and watch the playoffs, see how he does in terms of being a helper on that team. So it worked for both teams. I think the Raptors made the best decision they could possibly make, and even now we're looking to try and get a good pick. Nice young team. That's what the Raptors are looking to be. Young team with a mix of not old guys, but like guys that still have some upside. Like I don't think we've seen quickly at his best yet. I don't think we've seen Barnes definitely not at his best. We haven't seen Barrett at his best. Okay,
Mhm.
maybe even Pirtle might have a little more room to grow. What if we get Zach Eddy, right? What if we get Zach Eddy with one of the pick?
Second round, right? Second round.
Huh?
In the second round, we can't waste him on the
Well,
first.
wherever. I don't know. I don't know. Well, definitely not the first pick, but wherever. What if they pick him up? They need a big man. They need a guy that big. They need a big guy,
Mhm.
right? And if anybody's gonna get the guy, it's better the Raptors because of the development, right? Even though the Raptors really haven't showed that they could develop big men, in my opinion. They seem to struggle with the big guys, but whatever. The Raptors have a lot of upside, and I'm definitely happy. Even though we got them wrong, I'm happy about the Raptors, what they got going on.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. We wanted Pascal to be traded. I didn't really
I
want
didn't want that.
OG.
I didn't want that. Let me
I
just
didn't
keep
want an
that
OG to
clear.
be
I
gone.
didn't. You did want that. I didn't, but I understood that's what was gonna happen
Yeah,
with how Barnes was growing. You know.
they didn't want to get rid of OG. I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't want to keep OG, but they trade him anyways.
Yeah, they trade him to leave that room to do something different, right? You know, to do something different. Like you got Barnes, right? You need to have dead spot on shooters around him, right? You
Mhm.
gotta have some spot on shooters. So that's probably what they're gonna be looking. Well, you got Grady Dick. Let's not forget about him. Who he's gonna grow. He's gonna grow, man.
Gotta be better.
And if he could get into the starting lineup, that'd be great. You got a guy with size, 6'8", that could shoot the ball. He could put the ball on the floor. He's a decent defender, has length. That squad is looking real dangerous for next year.
Mhm.
Plus, they got some picks, and they could probably make a sign or two, man. Let's see what the Raptors do, man. Beautiful
Sure.
thing, though. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
I think they'll be a little bit better than last year, and I'm confident to go over. You said we got a lot of overs, eh?
Yeah, I'm thinking under. I'm thinking under. I'm thinking, as you said, last year they started off good. I'm thinking this year they're not going to start off good.
Well, like I said, they're better than last year. So even if it's just a little bit better, they're still
Yeah, but
better.
yeah, they're
And
better,
and
but
not to,
I'm not sure
and
they
not
want
to,
to win.
and on top of Taylor Hendricks, Keontae George, who I think have a lot to offer the team, they also got John Collins. I almost forgot about that.
Oh
So
yeah, they trade for Atlanta. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're clearly better, in my opinion. I know I want to find some more unders because you say we got a lot more overs, but it's tough. I gotta go with Utah over 36.
okay. Kind of picking the under, but okay, we'll
Okay, so I got you on that one too.
Yep, definitely. Not much more to say on that. I mean, I also there's other pieces I like Markkinen, but then look Claxton, Tucker, Taylor Horton, Tucker.
Hmm.
Yeah, they got some pieces, but you're right. Somebody has to go under somebody, and I think that's exactly what happened there. I
Yeah.
think we
Well,
bunched up too many teams there, and that was a team that had to be shitted out. Let's just say it.
yeah. Next year we'll do better, way better for sure. And next year we'll definitely do better on the picks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll skip on to the next one.
go
All right.
Washington Wizards. I like the Washington Wizards.
24
I
wins.
want to see. Yeah. Oh, we'll go over. We'll go over 24.
24 wins.
And they
Like
might get 26 wins, 25 wins, right? But I'll go over the 24, 25.
they got
I like it.
36 last year, and how much did Bradley Beal play?
Well, it was either him or Porzingis. So you had those guys.
Both of those
close,
guys are
carrying
gone.
the load. Yeah, both of them are gone. But this young team will look to give, like, they're going to want to prove a lot. You know, Corey Kispert, Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Tyus Jones. These are all guys with a chip on their shoulder.
Come
Watch
on,
out for Demi
come on, quick take.
Avdija.
Somebody have to get the number one pick, and I'm choosing Washington.
Yeah, it might be them. So they could get 25 wins and get the number one pick, man. It's not that serious.
5 wins won't get them. They got to go lower than that, man.
I don't got them. I don't even got them at 30 wins.
It's
So
a
I say
it's a
about
25 is not bad.
26, maybe even 27.
Remember Detroit got 17 last year, and yeah, that's the lowest. 17 and 22. That's the second low
I
is
don't,
22.
I don't think anybody gets that low this year.
You think everybody stay in the middle like that? Eh? Wow.
No, 2020 will probably be the low this year. I think the lowest team will have about 20 wins.
20 wins, eh? Yeah. So
Everybody's
that
getting a little bit better.
so that's
You guys,
Washington. That's Washington then, man. If you said 20 wins,
maybe.
then
Okay, you could be right. You could be right. Okay, you could be right on that.
no, I'm
You
just
could
I'm
be right
just
on that.
pointing out certain thing to you. You say somebody have to get number one pick, and how much the most you think they're gonna lose? Are they gonna win to get a number one pick? And thinking maybe 20, 21, 23, 24 is no the worst team in the league get less than 24.
But then they help themselves to tank, no?
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna give up.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense. Even so, I think 24 is still pretty low, but
okay, so that
let
the,
me see.
the, the year before, yeah,
Huh?
the year before the worst team was 20 win. That's Houston. And let me go one more year. The worst team was 20, 17,
20.
17, 17 again. So no,
Oh yeah, again.
yeah.
So it
I'm
does happen.
I'm gonna go
I don't
from
see any 17 win teams this year. I just don't. I don't see it.
2018, 19. The lowest team was 19.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
frig.
like I said, I just don't see any of these teams being that low.
Frig
14.
Golden State at
Like
8
you could
at
still be low.
15.
You could still be 21 and be the lowest.
Golden State at 15. I'm telling you, it's going under. It's going under 20, 24 for sure. If they're taking the number one spot.
So why don't we do a friendly bet to say
Hey,
that no team, I say I say 24, 23 is like the lowest a team will have.
no, 20.
I'm
You
willing to
mean
gamble on that.
25? You put over on this one. So you say 25 is the
Yeah, but
lowest.
I don't know who that's gonna be. We say it's most likely gonna be Washington, but I have no clue. The only thing I can say is that I don't see any team getting below 24 wins. I mean 23 wins.
I'm telling you that every year a team go below 20 some win.
Well, I think this is the year that, like I said, every year gets more advanced. So now the low bar is going to be 22, 23 wins.
Man, we're
We'll
done.
see.
No.
We'll see how that goes.
No, for sure. They're gonna be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, they can be. They can be. They could still get 24, 25 wins and be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't happen. So now I'm back again.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's we're done. We're done.
Yeah, but about that though, about
You got
that.
you got cook. You owe me some. You bet. That's a lot of shit to it. I told you these team are shit. I was wrong though. They're not the worst team in the league, but they could get a number one pick because Detroit is 14. Detroit got an amazing losing streak, but Washington should have been the worst team in the league. So I was right in that one.
Yeah, maybe. I
They should have
mean,
been. Detroit.
on paper they didn't really look like the worst team because you had no clue how Poole and those guys would have played together, right?
I know they were
Well, I
shit.
guess no. Now I get it. Yeah, you could definitely laugh at me now because it's like maybe Poole, but I could see it now. I could definitely see who Poole is. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, the team is shit, man. Garbage.
It's rough.
Garbage.
It's rough. So,
Yeah,
but
that's about it. You have any final?
what happened to
thing?
Portland?
They didn't have anything for them, eh? Good thing you remind me. There was nothing on them. You couldn't pick
Oh.
them. Yeah, because we had no option to pick over under for whatever.
Okay.
So we didn't have a
Well, you know
spread.
about Portland.
Yeah, you can
They're a
talk
team
about
that is
Portland.
hard to say moving forward.
Who
How
could
did
win?
Scoot look this year? Scoot, did he get any better towards the end of the season,
I think so,
or you
man.
don't
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it did look a little bit better.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll see. Shaden Sharp, Scoot. We'll see how
yeah,
they
the
do.
team
They
need
should
help,
be
but
getting a pick. They're at the bottom of the West, right?
yeah, but they are 21 wins. The next one is 14, 15, then 21. Charlotte 21 with them. San Antonio 22. Yeah,
All right.
they're at the bottom. Yeah, they're gonna get the next big pick, the next top picks. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot more to talk about, but for now, I guess we're gonna keep our eye to. We might take a look at the women's draft. I think when's that coming up?
Tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? You said
Yeah, tomorrow.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so we'll take a look at that a little bit. I
Yeah,
probably
we'll
do
see.
some
We'll see.
research on that.
Was it Caitlin and Angel Reeves and those girls there, right?
Yeah, and it's really about which teams will pick them, where they'll land. That's really going to be the interesting thing, and
Exactly.
what these teams plan on doing. Because there's a lot of talk about trying to get star names in there, trying to mix it up a bit. You know?
Yeah, they need some stars in there, man. Because
Yeah,
I don't think I know one player from the WNBA
me
except
neither.
what's Parker, Candace Parker. Is she still playing?
Kinda, yeah. Sometimes I see her commenting, and I see her playing. That's another thing that makes it hard to take them serious. You know, like they'll be playing one time, then they'll be doing something else, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know. But I think I'll give it a chance. I'll probably even watch a few other. I'll probably watch some WNBA, see if there is
Yep.
some talent that maybe we're just overlooking. You know,
Never
'cause,
know.
yeah, basketball's basketball. If I see some good basketball, like right now, I'm liking Juju Watkins. I heard she's only 18, 19 years old, man, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
she's
Doing good.
big for a woman. I think she's 6'4", guard, so she's gonna be a dangerous player. Caitlin, I see some weaknesses with Caitlin, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch the WNBA, so I don't know how her game transitions into the WNBA. But she should get a chance, though. She should get the chance.
Yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be watching that team for sure. Any team Caitlin's
Yeah.
on, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
That's like Steph
and then it
Curry.
forces you to watch the other teams that they play against, so you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
then
good.
you probably see some other players.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
we'll
good
we'll,
thing,
we'll
man.
tune in. We're gonna tune into the WNBA this year.
Yeah.
But the main thing right now is definitely the NBA playoffs. We'll see. We'll tune in. We'll let y'all know as we go along. But we'll definitely have something before the playoffs start.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's good.
All right, yo. So
All right.
yeah. So we could shut it off.